All right, my name is Doug Larson. I am the builder of this instrument, which is called the Storyteller guitar, and I'm the author of a book called Storyteller Guitar, and I'm a retired University of Guelph professor. I taught ecology for 35 years, and what I do in retirement is try to solve the problems that I've seen in the education system, which is that schools relentlessly crush creativity. So I take the guitar to schools now and I point out to kids that your creativity does not need to be repressed. That teachers may well tell you to talk to your guidance counselor and pick a career program and stick with that, but the truth is that you have much more creativity in your head than you realize, and as long as you keep remembering that and reminding yourself of that, you'll have a much richer life. When I built this guitar, one of the goals was to have it composed of pieces of regional history. And one of my friends actually owns Manhattan's music club in Guelph, Tom Aldrich. And I was in the process of collecting together artifacts from all through the history of the University of Guelph and all through the region. And so I said to Tom, you know, I'm building this instrument, it'd be fun to have something from you. And he said, yeah, take a piece of the restaurant. Take any piece you want. And Tom had, at the time, a $25,000 Yamaha grand piano, and I was thinking to myself, I should just come in and saw a chunk off the leg. He'd really like that. Basically, I refused. I was not going to come into a friend's restaurant and cut pieces off of the restaurant and put them in the guitar. He asked me again and again and again. Finally, I couldn't take the pressure anymore, so I came in with my dovetail saw, and yet the day that I came in with this saw, Tom happened to not be in the restaurant. He had gone on a vacation. He didn't know that was the day I was coming in. Instead, his wife was there cooking in the kitchen. He had not told her anything about this guy coming into the restaurant with a saw. So I was in the process of cutting the corners off of Tom's mantelpiece, and I'll tell you a little bit about the mantelpiece in a second, when his wife comes bursting through the doors with a tray of food, and she sees this guy she's never met before sawing the corners off of their lovely southern yellow pine mantelpiece. And she screamed and dropped the food on the floor, and all her attendants, all the people who worked in the restaurant, they were part of it. They were taking pictures of me doing this, and they were all laughing their heads off while she was screaming. So I finally calmed her down and said, no, Tom has allowed this. These pieces I'm cutting off are destined to be part of the Storyteller Guitar project. As it turns out, the southern yellow pine mantelpieces were actually parts of one of the original whiskey kegs that came from this very town in the Seagram's factory. And when the Seagram's factory closed down, Tom, along with a lot of people, went and bought artifacts from the Seagram's factory, and he used the southern yellow pine to make his two mantelpieces in the restaurant. And those corners of that mantelpiece are these little dimples, or little pyramid-shaped pieces on the headstock of the Storyteller guitar. So Seagram's, good old booze, and Waterloo will always be at the core of the Storyteller guitar. So every time I get a little bit loaded when I'm playing this thing, I'm thinking, that's what the city of Waterloo would like.